So welcome back everybody, Mike here. Another nice day here in Pennsylvania. But anyway, tonight I am working on preparations to begin clearing some more land. And I have the brush hog on the tractor, and all I'm going to do this evening is try to get a little closer, tighter back into the woods a little bit, get whatever I can, because over Labor Day I'm going to have an excavator. I'm going to rent a bobcat excavator with a hydraulic thumb. It's what I used before up here when I cleared this area where I'm standing now. It works really well. I'll probably get I think it's an E45, probably like a 12,000 pound excavator with a hydraulic thumb. And what I do, I'm not clearing it all like to make farm fields out of it or anything. I leave a few trees, leave the nicer ones. But this area, I've showed this in previous videos, used to be an old apple orchard. And that was years and years ago. And I think there's one remaining apple tree that's still alive, but it all just grew up into a big mess. So I came up here, cleared this much, just planted some clover and some ryegrass. The deer like it. All I do is create more work for myself because then I have to mow it, but whatever. There's worse things I could be doing. I enjoy it. So anyway, I'm going to get started with the brush hog, but first I'll show you around and kind of what the plan is. So what I want to do is make this area over here, go about 150 feet over that way and another 150 feet down that way. I want to make all this look like this. And like I said in last night's video, you could do this pretty much with that tractor sitting there. However, it would take me the rest of the summer and in the fall to get it done. Whereas I will get an excavator for, a weekend and be able to get it all knocked out, at least most of it, get all the stumps dug, and burn everything up. It's kind of a real mess back in here. Like if I had a grapple on my tractor, it would make life, a lot easier right here. But compared to that excavator with a thumb, oh, that thing, you can really make hay with one of those. Down here, I have a little single seat tree stand. Figures the only tree, the tree that I picked is dead. It wasn't dead when I put the stand up, but I'll have to move that or do something differently, or it will just all the limbs will start falling down, and that's not a good thing when you're in a tree stand. But you can see here I have a few stumps that I didn't get done last time. When I get that excavator, I'll dig those out. But here this evening, all I'm going to do is just whatever I can, just get back in there with the brush hog. Maybe even push some stuff into a few piles. I'm not going to get too carried away. But whatever I do this evening is just, it will be helpful whenever I get the excavator. I'll be able to see a little bit better and won't have as much to have to clean up. Well, I'm going to get started and just get, done what I can with the tractor. Maybe push a few things into some piles and get some stuff mowed up. So I got a little start on things there, but like pushing those little trees over you saw earlier, you know, you can do it with a tractor this size, no problem. But really, you're just kind of playing with yourself. I mean, if you've got 5 or 10 or 15, yeah. But I mean, I'm going to have 150 or 200 where I could mess around, you know, all week, every evening, and get 30 of them on the ground. But when I get that excavator here, I can get 30 on the ground and in a burn pit in, you know, an hour. So, like I always say, the right tool for the job. But I did get a start on things, able to open things up a little bit, so I will be able to see better once I get the excavator here. And it should work out pretty good. But that'll be on Labor Day weekend. I'll have a couple videos out on that, digging a big burn pit. I like to have a pit and burn in the pit. It kind of works like a chimney. You know, you throw a bunch of old dead dried up wood in the bottom. As soon as you get it going, you can just keep feeding that thing with that excavator with the thumb on it. And you can burn everything. That's one thing here in the east. We're fortunate to be able to burn like that. I know in the west, that's not a good idea. You end up, you know, catching the whole woods on fire. I have never caught the woods on fire. Well, I take that back. I have never needed to call for help to put the fire out. But no, if you use your head, burn the right time of year. There's only 2 times a year here in Pennsylvania where you really got to be careful. And that's first thing in the spring before everything turns green, and late in the fall. Those are the 2 things. And you know, if you have a real dry season, of course. But those are the 2 times where you got to be careful burning. But it's a great way to get rid of wood products that's not suitable for firewood or anything else. So one thing I want to show you before I go is when you're running these brush hogs and these tractors in the woods, one thing to be really careful of is they're so long, and if you're backing up and you're watching, you know, the brush hog behind you, and you turn the wheel, you know, your front bucket is going to catch on a tree, and you're looking behind you. If it's a big tree, it's really not the end of the world because it's just going to stop you. It's not going to break anything if you're going slow. But it's those little ones that'll get you, and I'll show you what I mean. I'll just use this tree here for an example. This one will definitely stop you, but you know, say you're looking behind you and you're not paying attention to what's going on up here, and you cut your wheel a little bit, you know, boom, it's going to hit that tree. And like I said, if it's a big tree, it's no big deal. But a little one, like a 2 or 3 inch tree, you'll pull that thing right down on top of you and whack yourself in the head. And the same thing applies with the back here. You got to watch when you turn, and you know, you're looking forward, you can catch a tree right down in there and pull it down on you. But you got to just go slow, especially when you're in the woods, because you can get hurt. But anyway, like I always say, if you enjoy these videos, please click subscribe and hit the like button, and also like our Facebook page. It's a little easier, I think, to communicate, not on particular videos, but just in general on the Facebook page. And that's Outdoors with the Morgans. I'll put a link in the description. And I got another question today about my camera. I did a video on the camera, and I've put the Amazon link in the last couple, but I'm going to do that again in case anyone wants one of these little Sonys, if you have a YouTube channel, or if you you just want a great little camera to stick in your pocket and use. But I'll put that link in the description as well. And but that's it. Thanks for watching, and take care.